Hi, this is the Hobbyist. Here's the continuation of my watercolor journey. And today I'm trying out this second water box set as I learn to improve my watercolor skills. And this is the Van Gogh Pocket Box watercolor set made by a well known brand, Royal Talents, in the Netherlands. This box has 15 colors, so 12 plus 3 free pans. They are half pans, and it includes the very versatile number 6 travel brush and the pop out palette. There's a sticker that has the information about the different pigment, and the pigment can also be removed. So if you finish one, you can actually change it. And I decided to put on this information, the sticker, at the back of this palette so that I can refer to it easily. Van Gogh's box is smaller compared to Koi Sakura's, but I realized that the pans in Van Gogh easily falls out and it doesn't have the color information, so I decided to write it down just in case they pop out and I don't know how to return them. Now let's do the color swatches to find out the behavior of the paint. I'm using the Canson watercolor paper, fine face, 100 pounds or equivalent to 150 GSM to all of my swatches so that I can have a baseline in comparing them. Here I'm just going to quickly mention the name of the colors. So the first one we have the Chinese white, followed by quinacridone rose, which I like the color. Then we have the Prussian blue, burnt umber, and Payne's gray. The second line has the permanent lemon yellow. Then we have the permanent red light, and we have the ultramarine deep, the sap green, and yellow ochre. The last line we have Azo Yellow Medium, Madder Lake Deep, Cerulean Blue or Tallow, Viridian, and the Burnt Sienna. Let's test this out. I'm painting a memory from decades ago, a scene from Panay Island in Catanduanes, Philippines. I love the colors in this set. They are vibrant, transparent, they form good gradient, they can be very opaque, and still you can lift it if you need to. Okay, now let's compare this Van Gogh pocket box to the ones that I purchased earlier and tried earlier. So as for now, I only have two boxes of watercolor paint. So I just want to see like which one is better and which one would I prefer. And maybe for those who are just starting out in their watercolor journey, um, you might want to know the difference between the two. So as you can see, when it comes to color vibrance, Van Gogh I feel is more vibrant in the output. So both of this work is already dry, and um, the differences you can see in the work, maybe it's just my choice of color, but I really feel that the paint in Van Gogh um, is more vibrant. And then when it comes to granulation, Van Gogh has lesser granulation, so it's fine. And Koi Sakura has more granulation, although I have mentioned earlier that depends on people, I guess, but for me, quite like some sort of granulation because it offers certain texture. Both of them are not um, chalky. And when it comes to, let's say, like numbers of colors, Van Gogh, as you can see, has 15, and Koi Sakura has 24. And I believe Koi Sakura also has 12, 18, 36, and 48 when it comes to their sketch boxes. But why did I get this too? Is because I like portability. So I think like if I'm going to get like 36, although 36 has the same size with 24 pocket box, um, 46 or getting 48, sorry, is I think it's too big to be like a traveler's watercolor box. So when it comes on information, um, Van Gogh wins because they provide not just the code for their own color line, but actually the pigment information. And they have this guarantee that within museum condition, their paint lasts for about 100 years. So that's a very long time. Whereas with Koi Sakura, they did not really put some information about their any information actually about their pigments, so we don't know the light fastness of this one, um, if it will last for a very long time, but I think both are good for practice. When it comes to price, Van Gogh costs more and this one is a bit cheaper, but both are student grade. Um, I want to also mention about the solubility. So, when it comes to water solubility, I feel that Koi Sakura is more soluble, and it easily disperses compared to Van Gogh. I'm not sure. I need to try this out some more because this is only based on this painting that I made. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really tried it. I just opened it and tried it for the first time. But I suspect it's because maybe it's new and I need to add more water. So I felt like in certain areas I need to help it a little bit, push it compared to this one, but maybe just because the paint is just very new, so that one I need to follow up. And let's talk about the build. So like I said, I want to have I opted for this paint because of the portability. I want to be able to carry my watercolors whenever I travel because I keep a journal and sometimes I like to draw and paint. And when it comes to size, right? So Van Gogh is smaller than the Koi watercolors. But when it comes to plastic quality and build, right? So they are both plastic. I feel that Koi watercolor has more I don't know, thicker plastic, because this one Van Gogh, there are parts that are very very thin, like this lock. um, I've just used it for the first time and earlier it wasn't really like clicking, so I had to push this out and I was worried that this thing will crack, and if this thing will crack, um, you can see over there there's a line, then I would just need to put like a rubber band around to close it. It's not really an issue, but we're talking about the build quality. And of course, definitely this is a bit bigger because this has 15 colors and this has 24. Um, but what I like about the palette of Koi Sakura is this feature that you can actually um, attach it on top, at the bottom, left and right. Okay, and I believe there's this loop at the back. Some people like it, some people don't, but I just feel like it's a cool feature to have. And also when I put it somewhere, if there's no flat space, I can just like put it over here. Whereas with the Van Gogh, right, let me just close this one. Okay. I love this brush. Okay, it's size 6. But again, the build, as you can see here, I was worried earlier when I was removing the pans to check underneath. It's really very thin, and at a certain point, um, you see the color over here. I thought that it was gonna break. So you can use this to pop the palette out, and 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then you can probably use this too. I initially placed the sticker over here, but I realized I can use this extra space if I ran out of space here as compared to here. I feel like this one is better because it has more space. But then again, I can also use this here, so I decided to remove the sticker anyway. So yep, sit like this. You can fold it. All right, like I said, it's quite flimsy, so I hope it doesn't break. And this one, it's just really thick. Feel that everything is more secured with Koi watercolor box. All right, so what's the verdict? I feel like when it comes to paint quality, I would go for Van Gogh. So if I want more vibrant colors, I would go for this one. Whereas if I want more choices of colors, but I think that a lot of colors here can be achieved by mixing the colors in Van Gogh, then I would pick Koi Sakura. I actually use this one for just simple, quick practices. And when I want to be more serious about my work, then I use Van Gogh. But it's really up to the person, I guess. So, but when it comes to, I feel like you care about the quality of the box and the convenience, I would pick Koi watercolors, just because this one, I feel like it would easily break. But then again, because this is smaller, this one can be brought anywhere, but not much of a difference actually. Thickness, right? So both are recommended for those who are just starting out. So again, your choice, right? Thanks for watching.